Welcome back to Cox4 as we continue Social Media 101. We are going to be, if this was really a class, this would sort of be the teacher's pet. Marcy Massura has been blogging. She's got a website. She's got several businesses that are built around social media. How did you get involved in the first place?
Well, I started innocently. I had no idea what I was getting into. I started a blog as a creative outlet, the Glamorous Life Association, and it is a bit of it's kind of like a variety show or a variety blog, so it's a humor blog, and I started into it like everybody else. Seemed like a good idea, and here I am.
How long ago was that?
That was over 3 years ago, and it's been quite a journey.
Yeah, and that's about how many people are reading this now?
I'm getting approximately about, on average, about 20,000 page views a month on that one website.
Yeah, but you've got other things going as well now.
I do. I have a lot. I launched more things than NASA, it seems. But
let's try to tackle one of these. You're the co-founder of something called Smartly. What is that?
I am. I'm the co-founder along with my partner Andrea Jimenez. And Smartly is a website that is national. It's actually right now it's 6 websites, regionally based. The purpose of Smartly is funny because it's actually a little anti-traditional blogging and anti the traditional social media stream, in that we were actually attempting to kind of raise the bar on the literary writings that you find online. Blogging and a lot of social media content was getting kind of a bad name. That it was secondary to real writing and real coverage. And Smartly is one very good essay per day. We have 200 writers.
Wow.
Many of them are published authors and lead fascinating lives. And so it's a fun endeavor, for sure.
Because as people start getting into blogs, I mean, there's so many now. And so when I hear about something that sort of just focuses on one a day, I can almost handle that.
That was the point. We have, and also that they're regionally based, we had hoped that by having writers from a certain area, for instance, we have a Smartly OC, we have a Smartly New York, that the essays would then speak to those specific readers in that area. Not necessarily about the area, but as we know, birds of a feather, right?
Yeah.
So.
And this being Orange County, speaking of regional, you're one of the 3 Disneyland moms.
That I am. That is actually, it is a blog, it is a website, but it is a video series, which is a whole nother dynamic to social media, that it's becoming more and more important to have video presence for success for both brands and for personal blogging. And yes, so that is 3disneylandmoms.com, and we do videos, tips, and we are part of kind of the press crew of Disneyland, so we are invited to behind the scenes specialties and things.
So did did this start off as being something official you were doing, and then or did it kind of get co-opted into that?
It started off as Disneyland sought us out, as well as a bevy of other bloggers, to help in their PR department. They wanted.
Now, you were already blogging about Disneyland at that point?
Yeah, I was, as a fan. I mean, it's in my backyard. And so we started doing that. What happened was that content became too dominant on our own personal blogs. And it became pretty obvious that we needed to separate and put it on its own site.
Now, you mentioned that everybody seems to be getting into it. What is something that it's important for somebody to know if they want to start getting into this whole blogosphere thing?
Well, I mean, aside from blogging and Twitter and Facebook, which is really like the social media trifecta, people have to understand that, just like a gym membership, just signing up doesn't mean you're doing it, right?
Yeah.
You're not getting any of the advantages. So too often I hear people say, well, I have a Twitter account, I don't get it. Or I have Facebook, I don't understand. The way to make it successful for yourself is what you get out of it, what you put into it. So you need to be consistent, and you need to make it part of your regular routine, right? I think the other aspect too is to be authentic and be sincere, and it doesn't take long before you sort of, you find your tribe and you find like-minded people that way, and it's fascinating.
Okay, I've signed up for Twitter, and I just cannot think of anything, even 140 characters, that anyone would possibly want to read.
You'd be surprised what people want to read. I think you have to look at it as kind of a form of mini journaling. you're putting it out there. It's a thought, right? You're just putting it out there, and you're not doing it thinking of your audience, right? You're just putting it there. The audience will find it, and it's fascinating. I'm fascinated by the things that get retweeted, things that people find of interest, and it's an interesting conversation. It's like being at a party,
What is the best way to get started?
Find a teenager to teach you how? No. Well, for a business, or if you have some other true objective that you really want to get out of it, it is best to either take a class, go to a lesson, or get a consultant. But on a personal level, go and watch and read and explore and see what's going on. And just, peek in on the party and see if it looks like something you want to join.
Or they can, go to ocfamily.com and ask Marcy.
They could. I do have an advice column. Thank you for mentioning. I have an advice column, which is Ask Marcy, and which my slogan is Ask Marcy anything, seriously, anything. So that's pretty much it.
Well, I normally we ask people to give us their website. Give us just one, and then we'll put the rest on our website.
I do have one website. It's called a landing page, and that has all of my websites on it. And that is marcymassura.com.
Very good. And if by some way you missed that, again, go to our website, Cox3.com, and click on the Cox Forum link, and you will find all the contact information there. Don't go away. We've got more of Social Media 101 coming up right after this.